Depression and Suicide, Demystifying the Myths. On the 20th of July 2020, Kanye West's Twitter went up in flames after he posted, then deleted, a series of bizarre tweets about his wife Kim Kardashian. In successive rants, Kanye alleged that Kim was trying to have him locked up, and he called her a white supremacist, and also claimed that he's been trying to divorce her ever since Kim's hotel meeting with rapper Meek Mill to discuss prison reform, a subject Kim has been advocating for some time. In the same vein, a Nigerian creative designer, Izu Madueze, based in the United States of America, took his own life over an allegation of sexual assault. What do these two events have in common? In the former, Kanye West has openly admitted about his episodes of bipolar disorder, which is also a form of mental illness.
Yeah, I think that's another one of those things where people are like, how are you going to talk about it? The funny thing is, this is something I was like on the internet before. It was kind of funny, but it's not an opposite. It's not I hate being bipolar. It's awesome. It's actually, it drives more of how you really feel. It doesn't do an opposite thing. So I think it's important for us to have conversations about, open conversations about mental health, especially with me being Black, because we never had therapists in the Black community. We never approached like taking medication. And I think it's good that when I had my first complete blackout at age 5, my mom didn't fully medicate me because I might have never been yay. And there's times where at least I'm happy that I know, even for this interview, I knew I wanted to stay in a calm state because by the time I got to TMZ, I was ramped up. So what was awesome is that the world got to really experience someone in a ramped up state. And that's when you get these comments that just shoot out, almost like Tourette's.
In the latter, the deceased has also openly admitted about being depressed and overcoming depression about 4 years ago. Kanye West's alarming meltdown prompted concern for the musician's mental health and well-being by his fans. Kanye West isn't the only celebrity who has opened up about his mental health struggles. Other celebrities who have openly talked about their struggles with their mental health include Ellen DeGeneres, Beyonce, Chris Brown, Michelle Williams.
Depression doesn't mean lazy. Self-harm don't mean you want attention. It's not any of that.
Chris Evans, Chrissy Teigen, Kendall Jenner, and many more. What is mental illness?
Mental health is real. I have been through my own level of mental depression, and different things trigger it. It is even worse when you are in an economy, an environment that does not even help you alleviate a little bit of what it is that could depress you.
Mental illness is not witchcraft, because it comes with the problems of the world. Some people cannot handle it, while some people can carry it. You see somebody that has lost his mother, job, his sister, and the person will still sit down and be smiling, but some people can't handle it.
Mental illness, which is also called mental health disorder, refers to a wide range of mental health conditions, disorders that affect your mood, thinking, and behavior.
Nigerians generally need a lot of mental help. And I'm not saying that with any disrespect, but there's a lot of hustle and bustle in Nigeria, so the government should pay more attention to it. We need more psychologists. We need more psychiatric doctors. And then individuals, there's such a thing as depression. So it's not just a passing phase. It's something that might be medical. So we and the government have to look into it, really, big time. So
examples of mental illness include depression, anxiety disorders, eating disorders, and addictive behaviors. For the sake of this discourse, our focus will be on depression as a topic.
I think at the age of 25, had I had a name to what I was feeling at the time, I would have disclosed that I've been suffering from depression. I didn't know until I was in my 30s what was going on. I just thought it was growing pains. I just thought I'm turning into a woman. So I've been suffering since the age of between 13 and 15. Wow. I just did, like I said, at that age, I didn't know what to call it.
What is depression? Depression is a common and serious medical illness that affects how you feel, the way you think, and how you act. It is different from the usual mood fluctuations and short-lived emotional responses to challenges in everyday life. It's a disorder of the body and mind stemming from a chemical imbalance in the brain, causing a disruption of nerve cell activity and communication. Depression can cause the affected person to suffer greatly and function poorly at work, at school, and in the family.
Yes, I have been depressed. I've had friends who have been depressed. It's a very bad place to be. Yes, it's hard, and I think that we just try to muscle through it as individuals because we feel like we can. I mean, it's something we are dealing with. So, but it messes with your psyche so much that you forget, and you're just taking it a day at a time. But it's something that everybody, like there should be a place where we can walk into and talk about these things. At least have somebody you can talk to and trust with the information that you're giving to the person, and also get help.
Who is affected? Depression can affect people of all ages, social class, and status. Various contributing factors can lead to depression. This can include biological factors, for example, genetics or experience of physical illness or injury. Psychological or social factors, which include experiences dating back to childhood, divorce, trauma, stress, unemployment, bereavement and loss, or life-changing events such as pregnancy and postpartum changes, and many more.
We need to understand what it is that are the causes and the signs of mental health issues. It is not just what you see in Hollywood film, the tire on the neck and tear cloth on the streets. People are wearing fine clothes, CEOs, wives of corporations, principals of schools, well-established, clean-looking people are dealing with a lot of problems. You are seeing people killing their spouses because they snapped. You are seeing children being strangled because the mother cannot handle the post. He has a PTSD. So let's take it seriously. People's minds are fragile, and you can strengthen the mind through awareness. You can strengthen the mind through different programs that make them understand that it's okay. That when you see when there's a will, there's a way. But when the economy and the country is structured against the idea that it's okay for me to feel that way. Even in my industry, a lot of artists are depressed because of the fear of failing in front of the world, because the world will promote and degrade that failure in a manner that if they are not strong, they can't bounce up. Look at someone like Tiger Woods coming back with such a high level of victory after years of being touted for being done, and he had to stay focused. So for him to build himself back, I can imagine the kind of support system you probably have to get in there.
How can you recognize it? Now, life is full of unfortunate events and pitfalls. Anyone can feel sad or depressed following a death, an accident, an illness, or some other major stress.
Heartbreak is one of it. Financial independence could be another, where the hardship is so much for you. And then it could just be clinical. It could just be a thing. You're just depressed.
These feelings are usually temporary, but if you experience 5 or more of the following symptoms every day for at least 2 weeks, there are chances that you may be depressed.
One of the symptoms is some people get too excited, extremely excited, and then when they become sad, they get very, very sad. They are sad to the extreme that when you talk to them, they don't speak up, they don't say anything. They just feel like the world is over for them, and that's very, very sad,
These symptoms include persistent feelings of sadness and despair, feelings of guilt and unworthiness, loss of interest in daily activities, sleep disorders, which could be insomnia or excessive sleeping, dark ideas, suicidal thoughts, concentration and memory problems, irritability, aggressiveness, extreme sensitivity, fatigue and significant decrease in energy, problems with eating, that's anorexia or overeating. On the 1st of August, reports had it that the police in Lagos rescued a 45-year-old man who attempted to commit suicide over a 500,000 naira debt he owed a microfinance bank. According to the police, the 45-year-old, identified as Adeyinka Abiodun, collected a 390,000 naira loan from a microfinance bank in March, which exceeded